The Kingston Range. I've been waiting all week for this. Let's go. Perfect weather today. All right, we're back to the Kingston Range in search of some purple gold. But as you can see, we have some snow. It's probably gonna hinder our search. So we'll chalk today up as like a sightseeing, exploring trip here with my brother Mike, his first time out here. So hi, Mike. So we're gonna go see if we can find his birthstone for his birthday. Happy 50th, Mike. 55th. Oh my God. Just gotta watch where we walk. Hopefully where we get going. Snow's been melted. We're gonna try to go to the sunny side of the slope. So hopefully that area's been melted off. Oh, nice. Sweet. All right, so check this out. What I like to do is find these huge veins that are coming down on the outcrop and going into the earth. And I just sat down, started pulling back some of the soil. One of the first pieces I pulled out of there. Like, what, Mike? Look at this, look, Mike. And he's like, yeah, whatever. Typical reaction if someone didn't find something as good as you. But I heard a Yahoo over here from my brother. And he's over here digging. This is kind of exciting to him, because what'd you find, Mike? Show us. Where's the other crystal you had that you were cleaning off?
I stuck it over on the rock.
Oh.
It came from this.
Mike's one of those people that's really excited. This is Mike's excited attitude.
It's right over there, you see it?
Oh, there's the one he found so far. So a little bit of amethyst, a little bit of milky white. Off to a good start. It's a birthstone, nevertheless.
It takes a lot to excite.
All right, let's keep looking. Having a good time, Mike?
Yes.
So far, so good.
So far, so good.
Whee! Let's back it down in the ground. All right, well, because of the nice guy that I am, I gave the honey hole over there to my brother to dig so he can find some cool stuff. And I started digging around this bush here where I saw a little vein going through, and as I started exposing it, I'm getting to more of a vein that's kind of opening up here, so I'm gonna start digging this out a little bit. Ooh, slippy out of my hands. A little bit of purple in there, so I'm gonna dig this back a little ways and see what I can expose, see if this pocket opens up. But I know as I kind of clear some stuff away and poking around, I see some more crystal teeth over here, a little bit of purple in there. Some teeth in there. So now I'm gonna be careful with my rock hammer. Ooh, as you dig it out, that could be a pocket in there. Feel some crystal teeth. We'll see. Let's see what this exposes. Oh man. Look at that. We're getting some crystal teeth. Yeah. Any luck over there, Mike? Any luck over there? Some cool small stuff so far. We'll show you what he finds later. Look at that. Let's see what this opens up to. Nice. All right, well, nothing too spectacular yet, but I know I'm on a vein here that has amethyst in it. And so I slowly started working back this area here, coming in, just chasing the vein, pulling back the little stuff first, and slowly working my way down. Just going slow, making sure I don't miss anything. But I do know inside this quartz vein that I'm chasing is some amethyst. So let's keep chasing her. See what else we can find. Right. Oh, we're finding stuff now. This is a very faint amethyst. I can't wait to get this piece cleaned up. When I broke it out of here, it was kind of like that. And I broke it out, and I see, you know, I try to pay attention to that on where the crystals are, where the teeth is, because that's going to kind of tell you where you don't want to swing too hard the rock hammer. But can't wait till I get this piece home cleaned up. See how much color is in there. Man, that's cool. That's pretty cool. There's gonna be a lot more of that in here. Ooh, there's a piece right there. Got to get this cleaned up, but you can see the terminations in there. I'll show you these all cleaned up at the end of the video. What'd you find, Mike? Oh, look at that. It's a little staining, iron oxide staining. Mike's stinking citrine.
Yeah, it was.
It might be a little citrine. We don't know until we put it in some iron out and remove all the iron staining, and you can tell if it's citrine or not.
Is that?
That black is just, it could be black, not mold, algae, or it could be iron oxide, just blackened. That's pretty cool though. I mean, if you could break off the rest of the chunk, but it's a chunk of, it's a pretty cool chunk of vein. No purple in it though. But cool. We're on to some goodies. Oh man, so we're on to a little pocket right here. Now we're starting to find some crystals. Oh, what do we got here? Some teeth. Show me some teeth. Ooh, there's teeth right there. Oh yeah, look at that. Don't know if there's a color. Oh, and we can't wait. Let's scrub it just a little bit. All right. Just to see, besides one little tip, is there much more? Sweet. Nice. Don't know if there's purple in there, but we know we're into a purple vein here. So we never know when the crystals that come out are going to be clear, milky white, citrine, smoky, or amethyst, because all these colors seem to be in the same veins, just depending on where you're digging. So let's continue. Let me see what else we can pull out of this hole. Nice. All right. This is what I like to call a teaser hole, where you're digging and digging and digging, and you're like, all right, you're ready to give up. And then you find something really cool, and then you're digging and digging and digging, and you're ready to give up, and you find something cool. So I broke a big chunk out of this area, which ended up being this piece here. And I started cleaning it off a little bit, and I noticed this big toothy mouth in there. A lot of dirt packed in there, so I gotta wait till I get home to really scrub it up. There's some amethyst in there. And as I started really brushing off a lot of dirt, started noticing a lot more crystals are just covered in dirt. So this piece probably 4 pounds. So I think I'll hustle that piece back. Then I continue digging where that piece was and cleaning out this area in here, opening it up. And then starting to think, time to move on. Then I started hitting some other little small pieces here. And I yanked this piece out of there. And as I was cleaning it up, it has a little bit of amethyst in here. But as far as I could tell, the crystals itself look clear. But they're pretty chunky. Double-sided. That's kind of cool. So I'm going to keep on digging here. See what else I can pull out of this spot. You know? Seems like it pays off for a minute and then nothing for a while. So... get a little rock pick. I got this little pick here that helps me. Not too easy with one hand. You see a little amethyst right in there. A little amethyst vein go right through it. Make sure none of the dirt is covering any crystals hiding. Sometimes that clay-like dirt gets caught up in there. Nothing on that piece though. But as I was digging out this area, I started getting to these big red ants. At least I think they're ants. Some of them have big black wings on them, so hopefully they don't bite, and if they do, hopefully they're not bad. All right, back to it. See what else you can find. I like finding stuff on camera with you, but it's not always easy digging with one hand, so a lot of times right when I turn you off, I find something really cool. It's kind of pinched in, and as you're trying to wiggle it and yank it, you hear some grindage, and you're like, man, are those the crystals breaking against each other as I grind it up? You never know. Oh, wow. Let's see what we got. Anything special? Part of the vein there. A lot of purple in there. Probably hard to see on camera. You might be able to see traces of purple in there, but yeah, I think there's some crystals right in here. Let's clean this up right quick. Let's see. Do we have crystals in here? Let's clean it up a little bit. Let's see what's hiding in the dirt. Oh yeah, look at that. So those crystals are pointing down like that into the earth in that hole right there. So I gotta be careful. We'll get the remainder of the dirt back at home. I'll show you at the end of the video, but you see the crystals are pretty good, pretty chunky. Oh man, I don't know if there's any color in them or not, but look, my thumb's pretty big and that tip's pretty big right there. Sweet. Let's continue. All right, what I'm doing now is kind of finish pulling up this area. I'm bouncing all over the place, so I'm back in this area, kind of ripping out this chunk of quartz vein here. And as I'm pulling out stuff, of course, I'm getting little crystal pieces here and there. Slowly working on a little pile of little stuff to go through to see what I'm gonna take. Some bigger chunks just popping out, crystals all over them, so I gotta kind of break that down if possible. But here I'm just kind of being a little more careful. Pulling stuff out, making sure there's no big quartz crystals that I'm tossing off to the side. And I'm hoping to pop a piece up and flip it over to see some really big amethyst stuff going on. But, you know, my very first score of the day is amethyst little plate. That was sweet, so the rest of the day is just bonus, you know. So, kind of working out this vein here, and if you remember in the beginning, we got this toothy vein that runs along right here, and it came across this direction. So we're kind of working on that, and it's either work on this to see what we got or work on something else. But I'm seeing some amethyst inside the chunks as I break it off. So look, we got some crystals in there. Let's remove a little bit of this mud to see. Just what we might have here. Leave a little bit. Alright. Can't tell if there's color or not. Just can't tell. A little too dirty. But that's the inside of the vein there. So that's what we're looking for. But big. Big. You can see like, you can see the amethyst in there. So there's some purple gold in here. She's hiding. But we're looking and we're gonna find it. Alright. Looking for something big. There's no terminations. Where are you? So check this out. I decided to take a little break from the other spot. Hiked over not too far away from an old spot I was at. It rained out here a few times, so now I can see more clearly how the vein is running. And you can see both sides of the vein here. See that? And then I started digging in underneath there and I started pulling out some plates, little small plates. I've already moved those over to my other spot. I didn't get that on film. I just kind of hiked over here without my camera. But I could put my hand in there pretty good. And the soil's darker, so I don't know if there's a little cavity going in. But I got my... I went back over there to get my little pick here so I could start slowly working on this here. And, so this vein here, it runs this direction in here. It goes this way. Where I dug the last time is a lot of these plates that I left that I never took. Pretty cool stuff, you know. I'll just load it up. Didn't want to take too much out of here, you know, one day. But pretty cool stuff just laying here for whoever comes along. I don't care if you find my hole and dig it. I can only do so much in one day anyway. But I'm trying to get some big purple gold out of this spot here. So this is a little cool little... I'll show you these at the end of the video all cleaned up. But I'm gonna give a good 20 minutes here. You know, it may turn into longer if the prize gets to be bigger. I know I've had a little color come out of here, but mainly clear. So let's see. Maybe as we get in deeper, a little bit further. Purple gold! Yeah, look at that. That's so cool. All right. We are out of here. Found some pretty good stuff today. Leaving quite a bit. That's crystals on this piece. Just completely covering it. All over, little pockets. A little bit of light amethyst. Looks like it's mainly clear. Leaving all kinds of cool little pieces. But milky white or clear. This piece here, I'm gonna leave. Limit the weight I carry out. We got a long hike. You know, we'll be back. This stuff will be here. If not, find more. Well, let's move on. Show you our finds back at the house. Not a bad day. We both found some pretty good specimens. Both have a little bit of amethyst or purple gold. My brother Mike's first time today was his 55th birthday. He's never done something like this before, so I wanted to bring him out and get him in the outdoors and find his birthstone for his birthday. Pull it out of the earth himself. What'd you think, Mike? You worn out?
No.
Yeah, it's not what I've been hearing.
My knee don't hurt anymore. That's great, right?
Yeah, coming down the mountain's a killer. It'll work your joints and everything. It's when you get back to the flatter ground, everything starts to feel a little better. But we'll be to the vehicle in about 10 minutes. Heading back to Las Vegas. We'll get these pieces cleaned up. Show you this awesome stuff we found. All right. Sweet. Beautiful sky. Beautiful day. It was about 65 today. A little breezy. Just amazing. Heading to Vegas. All right. Finally back at my house. We've done just a little bit of a cleaning so far on these pieces. And my goodness. Some amazing finds out there. And Mike, my brother Mike, I can't believe the spot that he left behind. Like, he did not dig deep. Oh my God. What I walked away from, I can't wait to get back. But let's show you some of the prize pieces that I brought home from the spot that I was digging. That's one of the little pieces there. Check this out here. It's cool because there's a big purple gold amethyst vein there, and just chasing it the way I am, I have a really good feeling that once I start getting deeper into it, it's gonna get a deeper purple going on. But you'll see what I'm talking about in these pieces here. A lot of these pieces I was pulling out right next to the purple vein, and they were so dirty I couldn't tell if the crystals were going to be purple or not. You can see just a faint hint of purple in there. But again, this came out right next to a big purple vein, so it was really unsure what color the crystals were going to be, but nevertheless, looks really cool. Nice tips in there, nice cluster going on. It's pretty cool. And then we have this bigger piece here. This was the top side of the quartz vein, and when I broke this chunk out, I did see some color on the side, so I was trying to get in there, and I was able to feel in the pocket that I was in, I was able to feel that there were some crystals on the bottom side of it, but you can't see in there. So best bet, break off as big of a chunk as you can and hope for the best. Unfortunately, on this piece, the crystals were not purple, but we are in the purple gold vein there. You see some purple going on in there. It was just so hard to tell. Again, once I pulled this piece out, it was so dirty. Couldn't tell if it was purple gold going on or clear or what. But that's what we have, and it displays rather nice. Very cool. Very big cluster here. A bunch of tips. That's a tight cluster there. That's so cool. And then as we're getting further into the vein, again, hard to tell what color the crystals were until we got it cleaned up. But you can see as I'm getting further in, there's getting to be more and more color in there. And again, lots of really cool tips. Very cool plate with a chunk of the milky white and amethyst vein attached. Be awesome just like that, or as a lapidary project. Love it. Oh, check this out. Little bit of purple going on in those crystals. It's so cool. As I'm getting further into the vein, more of the purple is getting pulled into the crystals. So, and then my brother Mike, February born, purple gold is his birthstone. So I was stoked to see him out there, smile on his face, going through, finding treasure of his own. I unfortunately did not see what my brother took home, but he did tell me a couple days later that after cleaning up his pieces, he regrets leaving what he left. So I was like, that's why I bring home what I bring home, because you don't know what it really looks like until it's cleaned up. Again, just another little plate. I couldn't tell if it was going to be amethyst in there or not, because there was some amethyst in this piece in the milky white area. See some amethyst in there, so I'm willing to take the gamble. And check this piece out. That's so cool. Part of the vein there. You see all the teeth. It's kind of like there's a pocket right here. So the pocket, you got these teeth here and these teeth here. And I was in that little bit of a pocket. And again, can't tell what color the crystals are until you get it out. I just love this raw, earthy quartz with the amethyst just trotting through there. That just looks so cool. With some crystals attached again. These pieces display well. And some more amethyst vein. Mike, I'm going back to that spot and I am going to show you what you missed out on. Man, I got onto that spot my brother was digging about maybe 30 minutes before it was time to get out of there. And I started to see what he never uncovered. And I was like, oh my God. And he was like, we got to go, the sun's setting. Come on, let's go. You got to go through your stuff and decide what you're going to take. I was like, oh my God, I'm coming back to this spot. So these next little clusters that I'm going to show you, including this piece here, are pieces that I pulled out of a pocket in the spot that he was at. As I'm reaching my hand into the pocket, you're feeling around, you can feel all the tips, and you're just gently trying to pull things out that are loose or already laying inside the pocket. And then got pieces like this that came out of the inside of that pocket. See, it was attached like that, and I think I was able to grab, I had these little picks and I had stuck it in there and I was able to pry it back out of there. Didn't break any of the tips on it, really. Just a little piece. I was trying to get an idea of what color the crystals were inside there. And again, as I'm pulling them out, they're so dirty and I'm brushing them off with my brush and everything, but it's so hard to tell. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta take you home. Clean you up and see what you look like. Once I cleaned them up and saw that they weren't really purple gold, I wasn't disappointed because they're just awesome pieces. So this piece here had a small attachment. So because it's all the way around there like that, this was attached to the end of the vein that was going further in, and this kind of just, it was already fractured, it kind of just popped right off of there. So I can't wait to get back in there to see how big of a piece in there is just covered in crystals. Again, the outer side and the edge is got this huge purple vein going across the quartz. So when you're in that pocket, you're like, you don't know if the crystals are clear. Amethyst. But man, I can't wait to get back and find out. So far, so good. Again, you're going to get to an area where the amethyst, the purple, is pulled more into the crystals. And so check this out. This piece came out of there. Some pretty good chunkies. And then we have, make just a little bit of room over here. Push these aside. Pieces that are just too big to come home with you, or you just find while digging. Individual terminations. This is a cool one right here. Just individual crystals that are popping up out of the soil, or as I'm digging, one of these pops up and I'm like, great, did I just break you off of something down below? Check this one out. Yeah. I think that might be etched. What do you guys think? Is that an etched tip? Etched or skeletal? I don't think this one's skeletal. Might be etched. It's not double terminated. I think it broke off of part of the vein. Very cool pieces. This is just so sweet. Multiple tips. Look at all those. I don't know if you can see, but check that out. Oh my God. I'll try and move it around a little bit. Give you a good idea of what she looks like. I'm not sure how good this is going to come out, but man, to the naked eye, this is a sweet piece right here. Like all those crystal tips. Just a cluster so tightly together. I don't know. That's awesome. And then we also been pulling out of there some of these purple tips were coming out, and I'm like, all right, so there is purple in there. You know, a little faint color in this piece, like a pinkish color. Another. So yeah, we got color, and then last but not least, what started me off in this spot, this beauty right here. Oh my God! What it was I was walking by that outcrop on my way over the mountain with my brother to take him to an area where I knew I had a good dig spot going, and I saw this huge vein going across the quartz, real toothy vein going across the side of the outcrop behind a bush. And when I moved the bush, I saw that pocket there, and I was like, oh my God, it's going into the ground, and that's exactly where I love to dig. And I just started pulling back like the first like inch and a half of topsoil, and this popped up. And I was like, well, there was no, I wonder if it's purple. It was like, oh my God, that's got color. So I was like, hey, Mike, you know the story. You saw. Man, can't wait to get back, Mike. Happy birthday. Happy 55th. It was a pleasure spending the day out there with you. It was awesome. Can't wait to do it again, bro. And get some more purple gold. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, like, comment.